He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
I mean, I'm undefeated right now, and the way this dude's playing, I'm about to whip his ass.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Five-man box.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Carr. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
The drip move you told me? Yeah, hold that L2 and do a little drip.
93.
Oh, it's an L1. It's one of them saying hold.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's do this.
Shotgun now for Carr. The quick slant caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st down, it's Love. And he finds Corey Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
don't know what you mean. I don't know how.
On first down, Luck. And his throw here's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Locke. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts, and then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting. Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now they'll run it with Scarborough, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Get set.
Carr gives to Rashard, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Back to throw. Love. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. This is Scarborough. And he stopped immediately there. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now on 1st down, it's Washington again. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Express. 29. 808.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, it's Love. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. A huge play that time for the Colts. 43 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They run again on first down, Cook. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On second down, here's Locke. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Locke. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And the Colts coming out now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A give. This is Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And another timeout taken by the Colts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Come here.
They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. Room past the 20. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
29. 29.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a give to Richard. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Richard. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Carr now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
29. Get set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Just beating the play clock is Locke. Past the 20. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
No.
As his guys are in for 6, and the Colts are in for 6.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there, but the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try.
No, I'm playing with the Raiders.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
And it worked. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On second down, Washington. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Down. Blue 80.
Oh.
On first, here's Washington. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Right back to Washington. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
No. I told you this league.
Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
GOATS. They call goats.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3.
But I'm finna change my running back scheme up because it seems like he's running. I like how he's running, but I'm gonna put Bo in the game. Who, me? You starting one? Oh.
Take it down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
All right.
Come here.
I mean, knowing me, I might pick the Bengals like always.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
On their right team.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Oakland. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Not good at all. A punt of just 24 yards there. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They start the drive with Cook. And now running right through it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action. It's Locke. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. A huge play that time for the Colts. 66 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
He got Bridget Watson on defense, see that.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
I just need to hurry up and score.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 7:34.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Monday down. Yeah, 98's down. 58-98. Right there. 7:34. Hey. Hey. Yo, Chief. 3-on-3. Yo, Chief. Purdue.
On 1st down, Carr. Now a desperation throw. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. DeAndre Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And he's able to put it through. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Luck going to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Cook. Room here to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On play action, it's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
I gotta see how fast.
Throwing now, Luck. He fights him off. Trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to...
Nah, that's his slot receiver. Yes. Oh, nope. That's on London Proctor. No, nigga. That's on...
At the 4.
Yeah. But this is the this is
2nd and goal from
like
inside the 5.
Well, it's like the 5th season, but the first 2nd week in the 5th season and the 2nd season no, the 2nd season.
They get it to him running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles...